Hey, what's up guys? It's Metal. Here's a 2.9 Rift I did the other day. I think this character definitely can do these. It's starting to get hard. But what you'll see in this video is there's a lot of me pre-placing Witchwind, which I haven't really talked about yet. But it's actually a really good way for this character to do content that, you know, maybe is like more stressful on the defensive layer than you might expect. The pacing obviously ends up being kind of slow, and you can see it's still okay if I get swarmed. What I don't really understand in this one, and I'm guessing there's like a modifier, maybe I don't have enough. I was checking my resistances, and I have like 280 all res, but I only have 180 poison. And if you look at my poison, oh my god, this is through a pot. Like, right? That's crazy. So I've got to think there was like a pen mod on this that I don't know about. But I have 188 poison res, and I have 85 max. So it must be some really gnarly pen mod. If it is one, you can see there I'm checking. So you can see my resistances there. So 188, I don't know. Maybe I need to be like 200 and something. I don't know how that works. If you know how that works, let me know in the comments. But luckily, the mobs don't hit me that often. I thought it was the Morlu Assassins at first that did it. But I'm pretty sure other mobs hit me, and I think I just have the, like, monsters do random element damage, and maybe they, like, pen, and if they happen to roll poison when they hit me, it's, like, really bad. I'm not sure what it is, so let me know what you think. But anyway, it starts off pretty normal. I'm gonna kind of go through. I don't want to do the whole thing. I've got about 30 minutes of this video. But at some point, I start doing pre-positioned Witchwinds. And I want to show what those look like, because they're pretty good. I don't think I'm getting messed up enough yet to feel like I need it. Yeah, there's... You can see, like, things can jump me, and it's pretty dicey. But I still don't think this is too bad. I mean, it's still within the realm of, like... I don't know, just how this character plays Labs in general, which is, like, you just bait out the dive characters and pick them off and then finish off the remaining range. So this section takes a little bit. I'm trying to find one of these pre-witch ones here. Yeah, there we go. So I think I'm starting to figure it out. It took me a second. Like, I always knew it was a thing I could do, but it took me a second to, well, I guess A, remember, and B, like, set it up. Yeah, so there, now I'm putting these witch winds down, and then you walk into them, right? And it's really good. So, like, right there was just, like, a couple worms. But if you off-screen a witch wind, right, then any of the teleport mobs will instantly die. And so, again, like, the pacing's kind of slow, but I don't feel like this is, like, some unreasonably cornball strat. To me, it's just, you know, Labs, when you get above tier 8, they just get crazy damage scaling. But I do pretty well with this. Spoiler alert, I do end up dying, which we'll go over when we get there. But secondary spoiler alert, I get 2 tier 10 Labs out of this. So I do end up running a decent chunk of it. And have to get 2 tier 10s, and I'm going to try those. I don't know if I'll do them tonight, but sometime. So yeah, I'm kind of starting to be like, okay, well, maybe I'll just do it this way, because it's getting a little dicey. And so there, it's like, I think there's some guys up there. You throw the witch winds, you port, nobody's there, no big deal. It'll actually look like it works in a couple of these. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, there's some guys. And then they're just dead. That was a little dicey because I didn't run forward all the way the first time. That one was maybe a little dirty, but you can see the concept, and it actually works really well because all the stuff that, you know, basically chases you and ports you, it's gonna get, like, somewhat instantly separated. So we'll keep going forward. Yeah, so there's a depleted 6, which, again, like, I don't understand why can a 6 drop in a 9? Like, which, can I just complain a little bit while we're waiting for a second about kind of the overall attitude of some or many community members? Where I've been talking more in the Discord because I've been making these videos, kind of like interacting with the community a little bit more, and I don't want to be like too Debbie Downer because a lot of people are super nice and helpful, but I have also had like multiple people, I'll bring up a comment like that, right, where it's like, why is this the way that it is? Do people like this? And then it's just like instantaneous, oh, you're a fucking noob, you're a scrub, blah blah. It's like, okay, I don't think I'm the world's best gamer, And there are a lot of people who are a lot better at meeting Excel than I am. But I've got to imagine as, like, I think I'm like the number 15 assassin on the ladder this season or something like that, which is not, like, amazing, but it's pretty good by any objective measurement. I'm doing T9 labs, or you could say I'm doing 8s if you only want to count what I've fully completed. I've done every boss in the game except for, like, 3, so it's like Samuel, Deimos, Laz, and I guess if you count Phobos. That's all pretty good stuff, right? But I had a guy respond to me bringing up some of these points, like the points I made in my video. I was like, oh, let's see what people have to say about this in the Discord. This guy literally responded to me like, quote, go back to doing 105 Ubers if you're that big of a noob. And I'm just like, okay, I think I'm a little past 105 Ubers, dude. Like, I feel like it's okay to talk about things that you do or don't like. That doesn't make you bad or a scrub. So I do kind of wish this community would, what's the way to phrase it? Chill the fuck out with their elitism. I'm a pretty, I feel like I'm a pretty hardcore gamer. I'm not the most hardcore gamer who's ever lived, but I'm a pretty hardcore gamer by any measurement, man. And, like, to have people basically call me a noob because I'm, like, talking about how things work in this game, it's just silly. But shout outs to Gato on Discord. That dude was in the conversation with me, and he was just having a lot of really good ideas and really good conversation. So yeah, shout outs to Gato. I'm sure if you look me up in the general discussion from what was that? Is it 3/15/2023? I'm sure you'll see the discussion I'm talking about, and you can judge for yourself. But yeah, I think there's stuff in this game that should be fixed, and one of the things that I would also like to talk about is just, like, yeah, this general damage scaling in the T9s. You can see how much safer I'm playing. Part of this is just because I've never done a T9 before. I don't think I would play this safe once I got used to the map layout. I've never even done this map layout. I'm not really sure what to expect, so I'm playing really slow. But the damage is really, really high here, especially whatever that poison is. You can see, like, these guys either aren't hitting me, or if they are hitting me, they're doing something that isn't poison, and it's fine. But I don't know what that poison is. But that's crazy. Like I said, that's got to be some, like, pen check that I'm not making, I would think. We'll kind of keep going through here. I've got a couple more Witchwind setups I want to show before I get to the main course. And there's my first depleted Riftstone 10. That's pretty cool. And so, yeah, that one I thought was a little dicey. We don't want to go out. We're just going to kind of line of sight here. And then we'll see if we can... I think I set one up here that's pretty good as a good example. And I do think it is, like, a strength of this build. There's one of these... Oh, here's the poison again. So I'm just like, nope. I know what's happening here. I can pot, and it won't do anything at all. So I just run away, let it run its course. Again, I feel like that has to be some, like, overpen mechanic that I'm just not matching enough total poison res, even though I'm at 85. So let's see if I can get one of these set up. I know one of these hallways I have a couple good examples, because when I was running this, I thought, make sure to talk about pre-Witchwind. And I feel like I haven't had a great example of it yet, so hopefully we get there. There we go. This is a decent one. There's mostly harpies down there, but this hallway looks good. Hopefully... Nope. I fucked it up again. I hope you can see the concept of what I'm trying to illustrate. I swear to God, I actually do it at some point. And it because I remember I had an aha moment. I was like, oh yeah, I can totally just throw down Witchwind. Oh, I get these boots. Minor advertisement if you need some 40% superior 1% 4-socket light plate boots. Hit me up for whatever minuscule amount of trade gold those are worth this late in the season. Let's skip a little farther. There's another poison, whatever. There's a well back here, which we'll use later. Just probably fortuitous since this little dude was chasing me, and that would have really pissed me off if he killed me at 1 HP. Guys, I swear I set up some pre-Witchwinds here. Oh, we'll fight the Barb. We'll watch this. I forgot there was a Barb. Barbarian is really not too bad for this character. He doesn't teleport around as much as Garbad. But he does port to you, which is annoying. And he does still ultimately teleport away, so you can't even, like, let him port to you and then Witchwind kill him. Because he will port away, so you've got to kill him with Stormcrows. I think I've said it a few times before, but if you haven't already, like, experimented with Broadside, I just think Broadside is just a super, super good move. It's invincible. It does a lot of damage, and you can just plop it down and leave. And I'll do some of those in some of these Witchwind setups if I can ever find them. Where you just kind of like preset Witchwind, broadside, and kite back. And it works really, really well for baiting out the enemies. But yeah, you can see the strategy here for the Barb is pretty similar to other enemies that you don't want to face tank that constantly teleport onto you or run at you, which is that you just kind of walk away and throw Stormcrows. And even though Stormcrows can't be manual name locked, they will auto target even if you're walking away. So pretty easy. Can someone explain to me why the Barbarian has Harbinger, by the way? Isn't that a druid move? Why does this Barb have Harbinger? That's a werewolf druid move, sir. He must have a really sick Harbinger relic that he paid a lot of forum gold for. Okay, so moving back on, let's do... Okay, I think I'm setting these up now. I know at some point in this run, I swear, I start, like, intentionally setting up free Witchwinds. Maybe it's this hallway. Let's go forward a little bit. This is just swarm guys, whatever. No? Guys, I swear it's coming, but we don't have that much time left. Maybe in my head I was doing a better job of it than I realized. Here we go. See, like this, and then you walk. Walk on at me. Good job, me. But nothing's there. But I do a couple of those, and you can do that plus broadside, and it's really nice. There we go. Okay, that looks like one. Okay, let's try here. In the corner? Yeah. Here we go. And then they die. It's great. And you can press broadside down. You can press broadside to put it down as you run away, which is also really good because it'll just Shrek stuff. My Fizz-Res runs off because assassins are silly and it'll last for 20 seconds. Maintenance buffs are cool and engaging gameplay. But yeah, that's I guess the gist of what I wanted to show you about that. It's a pretty simple little trick, but it's something that if you're having trouble with stuff, it's just like, you know, abusing line of sight mechanics basically, which you're already doing with this build, but it does I think become more necessary at these higher rifts. So yeah, same deal. Look at that, and they all run through it. And this is actually something I've been doing too with like, and maybe I could have tried it on the Barb, but I've been doing it even in like Skazglen versus the Bear Druids. I mean, it's easier to walk away and stutter step with Stormcrow, but you can also like Witchwind, and then you can stutter step around and through your own Witchwinds as you create more of them to kind of like keep the bear that's chasing you within a Witchwind at all times, even though you're not standing still and he's not standing still. So it can be kind of good. I don't know, the ever evolving Witchwind strategies. You can't just teleport over the wall. Fuck this shit. Thank God for that well. I mean, you can't die to poison, so it doesn't really matter, but it's still silly. Like I said, I guess I gotta get another, I don't know, 50 poison res or something. So at some point up here, I think I run into a Phobos, which I'm sure you can guess is the way that I die. There he is. So he's up there somewhere, and oh yeah, hang on, there he is. So we'll let him start out. So I see him, and I'm like, oh shit, and I just move back, and he pounces, which, I don't know, people have talked about the pounce being bad, but I haven't had too much trouble with it. Maybe I'm just getting lucky and blocking and avoiding it every time, I'm not really sure. So I run out of range, make sure I've got enough health pots, rebuff, and then we're gonna pull him in, and I think he pounces me again, but not a big deal. Yeah, I get that was a block. So, okay, full disclosure, and I'm trying not to pause for too long. I know some of you have told me in the comments we don't like this, but I'm sorry. I've only fought this guy one other time, and I died within like a couple seconds because it was the first time I saw him. So I fight him longer here, but let me know if there's anything that I don't mention that I'm doing wrong, because I really do not know this fight at all. I know there's something with, like, he puts a wall up, and so he's going to do that in a second. So I'm starting out here, and I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. There's the wall. I know about this. And I'm like, oh, shit, he's actually, like, taking some damage. Less than I would expect, considering how much damage I do, but then he starts doing these frost things. And I think what I'm supposed to do, I don't do it here, so, you know, cringe accordingly. But I think I'm just supposed to, like, see them spawn and move out and stay within the wall. I think that's right. But I don't, and I teleport out of the wall. And so here's what I don't understand. I'm going to rewind that. This is as much for me as it is for you guys. So he's doing the Nova from the wall. Oh. So do I port into the Nova? I think I do. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't realize that. I thought what it was that you just couldn't... I thought you just couldn't, like, run over this. That it did damage when you ran over it, but apparently that's not the case. The case is that it does this spike nova around it, and I don't know if this is permanent now or what. But even if you... So I was like, oh, I'll teleport over the wall, because then I won't... I was thinking it was like the navigator effect, right? Where walking over it was what hurt you. So I was like, oh, I'll just teleport over it. But then... Boom. I think this is it hitting me. And I'm dead. Man, I've got great pauses. So, yeah, it looks like what I should do is when he comes in, I guess I just walk around the circle to avoid the other inner circles that he spawns. Or I could even port out as long as I stay within that circle. But I don't know if, like... Oh, no, it's just doing the Nova right away. It starts it right away. Okay. So it's just always doing that. Okay. So then, yeah, I've just got to, like, when this spawns... Oh, and it even has... Look at that. That's so nice. See, this is... I'm watching this more for me now than anybody else. It has the same indicator. Look here and here. It has the same indicator as the Navigator meteors. That's really good to know. Right there. Like that. And then another one's going to come right here. So then I would move. I would just walk over to the right and be where my mouse is now. And I'd be safe. And there's a third one there. Boom. Boom. And I'm honestly, like, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to dodge those. I'm pretty okay with the fact that they weren't doing that much damage to me. Yeah, I literally only died to the wall. I wonder if I could have even just kept tanking those. But obviously I should just move. So anyway, that has been my first tier 9 on this character. I have 2 tier 10s and no tier 9s because the way riffs drop in this game is silly, makes no sense. But I'm going to try the 10s. I assume they're going to go similarly to this, which is to say they'll go really slowly. But maybe they'll be doable, and maybe if I see Phobos, I'll be able to master his mechanics. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.